This case is the second worst case regarding head trouble during my CTO journey. My number one worst case unfortunately passed away. And here we have a loop here. Firstly, we crossed the loop with a PT2 and a supercross microcatheter. After the band catheter crossed the loop, a stiffer wire smoothened the loop. Left radial 6 French, right Judkins, right radial 7 French extra backup catheter in the left system. We are trying here to manage retrograde crossing with the Sion wire. This attempt failed and the wire got outside the vessel. We tried the second septal here, and this time the Sion wire caught the PDA artery, then the wire was anchored very distally of the PDA artery in order to carry the corsair. After the advancement of the corsair to the crux, a gladius wire with a large loop pushed very hard into the subintimal space retrogradely for the preparation of reverse cart. Gaia 3 wire helped us for further advancement of the corsair into the middle of RCA. However, this subintimal tracking was not sufficient for antegrade re-entering the true lumen with another corsair and conquest probe. The patient was complaining from arm pain since the loop had been smoothened. It was impossible for us to continue the procedure. The left arm was ionized and cold. I retrieved the guiding catheter, made the sheet bleeding, and hold the arm in a downward position. The pain alleviated considerably. The radial angiography indicated radial rupture and dissection. We thought of a crossover to femoral approach. However, we noticed that the bilateral pulses were absent. Desperately, we tried to cross this ruptured radial artery, and luckily we managed it. This time, the RCA was engaged with a left Amplatz 2 catheter. As soon as the left Amplatz 2 catheter entered the RCA, it created the large dissection until the crux, involving also the proximal part of the aorta. One can easily see the dissection line. The bright side of this dissection was antegrade passage with the corsair was possible. In such a case, one should strictly abstain from giving contrast antegradely to prevent any catastrophic complications. A new looped gladius was advanced distally, retrogradely. We tried with the filter XT to catch the antegrade guide. One can see the XT wire is looping in the aortic dissection. With antegrade ballooning, the preparation was done for a new retrograde passage crossing attempt. Eventually, the Gaia 3 wire caught the lumen and entered the antegrade guide. The wire was trapped and the corsair advanced into the RCA catheter. To confirm that we are in the right lumen, the corsair was left to free oscillation in the aorta by removing the RCA catheter. The tip injection from the corsair proved we are in the right space. The end snare grabbed the filter FC wire, and after trapping the wire, corsair was again advanced into the left RCA catheter. The FC wire was then exchanged with an RG3 wire. Now we have two tips. The two tips of the wire externalized, one from the right and the other from the left radial. By stretching the wire, the RCA guiding catheter was placed in the RCA carefully, and then we began ballooning. And now stenting, and here is the end result. The contrast trace line indicates no more threat regarding aortic dissection. Thank you all for your attention.